Michael Radler of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. My name is Chris Johnchester. I've never committed a crime. This here is the public employee payroll list of salaries for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. This is Sheriff Todd Baxter's re-election defeat. And he lives in such a delusional 1984, he doesn't know it yet. So I had to demand this 50 plus times from you, Kathleen Miller, William Tadeo, Scott O'Berty, and you were refusing every time until I finally acquired it. And I went to the list of salaries, and here on this page is $132,599 Todd Baxter. And I'm absolutely dedicated to seeing that the salary of Todd Baxter reduced by $132,599 because your bald-headed party-switching boss shouldn't receive one penny in taxpayer dollars. So right below $132,599 is $131,485 Corey Brown. If your boss does run for re-election and is still in office, how does he explain to the people of Monroe County that he pays Corey Brown $131,485? How does that explain, Michael Radler? And also on this same page here, $132,599 Todd K. Banks and $131,485 Corey K. Brown, and there's $0 Michael Radler right there. No money. Why? There's dignity in a paycheck, even if you make minimum wage. Why you pay $0, and what do you do with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? This is what I'm going to encourage the United States Attorney for the Western District of New York to ask Sheriff Todd Baxter. This is what I will encourage the Comptroller of New York when I demand that the Comptroller of New York audit the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. There is something radically wrong and perhaps even illegal. It's definitely unethical for you to be paid $0 and then Corey K. Brown to be paid $131,485. What is going on at your Jonestown with these salaries? And when I say what is going on at Jonestown, the $0 Michael Radler, this is what's going on. There's information I'm demanding so I can acquire that information. And then I can make determination as to the facts. These are the facts of Todd Baxter's repulsive, nauseating, sick, disgusting criminal existence, his six-figure cops. How does he explain his salaries to the people of Monroe County when he runs for re-election? Because he is consumed with power in a sick way. You must know this about him. How does he explain Jansen D. McNair was paid $104,938? How does Todd Baxter explain that salary? And he was one of your fake award winners. You're glorifying yourselves in a pathetic little ceremony, giving out awards that nobody looking at it understands why that person has received an award. In the military, if you're a veteran, you know that there is a process to receive an award. Army Commendation Medal, Army Achievement Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, any number of ways. They just don't hand out an award. Because the NCO, if it's enlisted, has to make a recommendation, then the captain has to get it, then the major has to get it, then it goes to the colonel. It is a process. What's the process to the sheriff's office? I think you got together at your Jonestown one day and decided, let's have an award ceremony so we can get attention. So, Jansen D. McNair, $104,938. He was given an award. What the hell did he do? Did he write the most speeding tickets? Did he write more speeding tickets than you in your glorious 20-year career of writing speeding tickets? Kevin C. Kaiser, $110,868. Edward L. Krenzer, $118,787. John M. D. Martino, $101,843. Matthew J. Venduzzi, $130,433. John R. Kenny, $110,868. James McGowan, $110,868. Dale Arn, $110,868. Thomas A. Sarkis, $101,843. After I just read those salaries, do you have any thoughts about that? Because it's bizarre. Here is Todd Baxter paid $132,500, and Matthew Venduzzi's $130,433. So Matthew J. Venduzzi's paid just $2,100 less than Todd Baxter. His salary is set in statute. He has no control over that salary. And then he decided to pay these three employees $110,868. Do John R. Kennedy, James McGowan, and Dale Earn negotiate those salaries? Why are those three salaries the same? And what you're thinking, Michael Radler, is that guy needs to be arrested for asking me these questions. That's exactly what you're thinking at Jonestown. That's exactly what's going through your mind. And that's why you're a Jonestown Kool-Aid drinker. And then Thomas A. Sarkis, 101,843. So I'm going to read them again because I love to read the salaries for six-figure cops. It's not as uncommon in America for someone to be paid $100,000, but that's a private employee. This is taxpayer dollars. And you never know in America how political climate changes. It can change overnight, 24 hours, boom. Something that's not a political problem one day, in 24 hours suddenly is. I believe that this, no matter what, is going to be a problem for your bald-headed, party-switching, fascist stooge, criminal, and boss, Todd Baxter. $104,938, Jansen D. McNair. Kevin C. Kaiser, $110,868. Edward L. Krenz, $118,787. John M. D. Martino, $101,843. Matthew J. Manjuzzi, $130,433. Now, these next three make the same salary as Kevin C. Kaiser, $110,868, $110,868, $110,868. So those four employees, $110,868. That's not negotiated. How can it be? That's the conclusion I have reached. I believe that anyone reached that conclusion. Because you negotiated salary. Why aren't these numbers rounded off? At least your number, like Radler, is zero. And everybody can understand, and it's rounded off to zero because you're paid no money, baby. At your Jonestown. What's your favorite flavor Kool-Aid? Huh? So therefore, there are 110,868, and then there's Thomas A. Sarkis, 101,843. Your boss is going to have to explain those salaries. I'm waiting for you psychopaths and sociopaths to start banging on the door, screaming my name. I did a YouTube called Hatred, and I'm astounded that here I am, and you arrive. In fanaticism. And my reaction, I could not hold it in, I could not contain it. And I'm embarrassed about my reaction, but that's just the way it is in life. Some things in life you can't control, and that's what you did to me that day. I could not hold it in, I could not contain it anymore. After 18 months, so I've never committed a crime, and your disgusting, vile, sick Monroe County Sheriff's Office is descending on me. And I could not control what I was thinking about. The criminals at the Monroe County Sheriff's. There's one guy out there screaming my name. And this is, again, where Todd Baxter is not accountable. My neighbor said there was at least 10 here. I mean, he's also my friend, and he's seen a lot of what's happened to me. And if you think you're doing this to me in isolation, people vote. My neighbors vote. My neighbor heard that one employee screaming my name, Christopher Chichester. He was screaming it. And then he came over here and said, I've never seen, and he's an older guy. He's older than me. He said he's never seen the police behave that way outside the home of a private citizen, a free citizen. So Michael Radler, what's his name? And this is where there's no accountability for your disgusting Jonestown and your repulsive, bald-headed, party-switching, corrupt boss. You won't even tell me the name. Your employee, Michael Radler, is screaming my name in a way that I have never heard another human being scream. I'm not an expert on screaming. I haven't been around a lot of people that scream. The only time that I've really heard sustained screaming is when I've been to see the Jets and the Mets play, or the Islanders at the Nassau Coliseum a long time ago, or to see the Washington Nationals play at the RFK Stadium, or any of the number of stadiums that I've been to. I'm not going to give you a rundown, and you've been to professional events too, so you know what they're like. That's the only time in my life, just like tens of millions of people that go to a baseball game or football game, and they're screaming at the game. That guy is screaming my name in a fanaticism, and I thought that I was at a game, and it was the bottom of the ninth in the seventh game in the World Series, and the Mets just won. The way that guy is screaming like a fanatic. But that's an enjoyment. In euphoria. He is screaming my name in fanaticism. I don't need to labor this point, but when you have a psychotic cop outside your window screaming your name and you know you're an innocent American, you've never committed a crime, it's going to be with you for a long time. So, I don't know how you work at that Monroe County Sheriff's Office. I really don't. I don't know how you can take any pride in doing what you do. And I read the Six-Figure Cops, and is this the cadet program? It's another thing I'm asking. And you're going to think when I read these salaries, he needs to be arrested. As I read each one of these, you're going to be thinking, he needs to be arrested, he needs to be arrested, he needs to be arrested. Because Todd Baxter, in the Democrat Chronicle, where he talks about his sexual attraction for jails, Todd Baxter, I have a passion for jails. Does Todd Baxter like to have sex with Attica? That's what I like to know. So do you like to have sex with a jail, Michael Radler? Because I have a passion for jails. He talks about the cadet program, where individuals in the cadet program are driving police cars. That's his word, language, driving police cars. So you have individuals at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office that are not full-time, accredited, trained Monroe County Sheriff's Office employees, adult employees earning a salary. That is a full-time salary. And the answer is no. Because you have these employees. So this is my question. Are these individuals about to read the salaries for the cadet program? And are they driving Monroe County Sheriff's Office employees and not being full-time, trained, accredited, certified Monroe County Sheriff's Office employees? If they're explaining that right, I'm using general terms for what you are when you're sworn in. When you're sworn in as a Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee, are these individuals sworn in? Are these individuals on the cadet program? And are these individuals the ones that are driving police cars that are not full-time employees? William M. Dunbar, 12,244. Eric J. Lorenz, 12,244. Brianna Elvin, 11,856. Rachel June Scott, 11,856. Joshua N. Priest Al Jocko, 12,244. Odd A. Alman Soup, 12,244. Amber M. Cripps, 12,244. Camille N. Miller, 11,544. Denise M. Cesaro, 11,544. Thomas M. Evangelista, 12,144. Felicia R. McLaren, 12,244. Does the name Kathleen Miller sound familiar to you with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? Because she's an employee there, $36,000. Is Camille Ann Miller at $11,544 related to Kathleen Miller? If there's a relationship there, then that in all likelihood is nepotism. How many? I'm going to demand this from you. Now, after I tell you what I'm going to demand for you, I'm going to tell you what your thoughts are going to be after I use this language. You're going to think he should be arrested for saying that and demanding that. I want to know, I demand to know how many individuals on this list of salaries from the first page to the last page are related. Do you know what a relationship is, Michael Radler? A mother, daughter, father, son, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle. How many of these individuals on this payroll have what constitutes a family relationship that people will understand? I'm not talking about a 12th cousin somewhere in Moscow. I'm talking about a real family relationship that is commonly understood. Because I believe that the Monroe County Sheriff's Office is a disgusting haven of nepotism. So, the boss is walking around on New Year's Eve with his Jonestown employees. I had to prevent nauseousness when I was reading this story. In November, former Greece Police Chief Todd Baxter pulled off an upset to win in the race for Monroe County Sheriff, unseating four-term incumbent Patrick O'Flynn. That's why your boss is an accident of history, four-term incumbent Patrick O'Flynn. O'Flynn couldn't function anymore after 16 years. This is where your boss is a narcissist. Do you know your boss is a narcissist? He craves attention, a power. He is really a sick, disgusting human being, and I am astonished that he's in office. Baxter didn't waste any time assuming the duties of his office. His New Year's revel was celebrated at the ball drop in New York, and the clock chimed midnight on Monday. Baxter and Under Sheriff Corey Brown visited the Monroe County Jail, stopped at the training facility shooting range to qualify with the service weapons, then went on a New Year's Day patrol with deputies. Why? He's calling up Megan M. McDermott and Will Cleveland at the Democrat and Chronicle and telling these two reporters with his pathetic narcissism that he stopped at a training facility shooting range to qualify with service weapons. So, every veteran qualifies with the weapon. From first, you fire your weapon, you qualify, you leave. Doesn't make you a hero, doesn't make you somebody special. Tens of millions of people, men, women, have been in the military and qualified with their F-16 or whatever weapon it is because there are different weapons. And when I was at the 2nd Squad with 17th Cavalry, I was with the Rangers, and these warriors would be qualifying with weapons and talking about the weapons, and I would be totally alien to me. It was like they were qualifying to use a small nuclear weapon. Pardon me for laughing, but I'm thinking about the Rangers and just tremendous soldiers they were and how dedicated they were to America. And your boss, Todd Baxter, is not dedicated to anything but himself. I'm going to read that again because it really makes me sick. The narcissism on display of Todd Baxter, party-switching, bald-headed fraud. Baxter and Under Sheriff Corey Brown visited Monroe County Jail, stopped at training facility shooting range to qualify with the service weapons, then went on a New Year's Day patrol with deputies. Then he has this interview that I talked about at length. Why does your boss have to go on a New Year's Day patrol with deputies? You know why your boss is out there? This is why. He has serious emotional and psychiatric and psychological, I'm not a doctor, so I'm using those in general terms, with how he behaves. Why does he go on a New Year's Day patrol? The reason why is he wants to be out there and be recognized. He wants the citizens that are in Rochester on this New Year's Day patrol to see him and be recognized. Because he has a demented need for attention. You should know this about your boss. So, I'm demanding public information from you. You, Michael Radler, can walk through this parking lot next to 26 Sanders Farm Drive without being arrested. Why? Why can you walk through this parking lot without being arrested? Why can Kathleen Miller walk through this parking lot without being arrested? Why can William Tadeo walk through this parking lot without being arrested? Why can Scott Alberti walk through this parking lot without being arrested? That's because of $67,000 Shannon Meyer. If there's an employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office that should be fired immediately, it's $67,000 Shannon Meyer, followed by $79,000 Andrew Reale, followed by $85,000 Don Benedetto. These are the appearance tickets of fanaticism. Michael Radler, I'm charged with harassment second by Andrew Reale, and I'm not harassing anyone. I go there now to Funk PW Fitness. I'm at the back of the gym. Up walks to me Jermaine Bem. He goes like that. I don't acknowledge him. I say I'll be 30 seconds. He punches down. My head snaps back violently. Bem begins to walk away. A witness calls the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, and Andrew Reale arrives. Tells me to wait in the backseat of his vehicle. I'm looking out the Monroe County Sheriff's Office window. I'm looking out the front window of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle that Andrew Reale drives up and down Penfield Road and in circles around Wegmans Target doing nothing. Because Andrew Reale's telling Jermaine Benman what to say to me. My head was just snapped back violently at the gym. And here's Andrew Reale going to concoct the crime for me. He walks Jermaine Benman around the side of the vehicle. After he tells Jermaine Benman 7 words to say to me, and Jermaine Benman says, I want to press charges against you. And that's how I'm charged with harassment second. Michael Radler, $0 employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. What's the name of the human being on planet Earth I'm harassing? The answer to that question, I'm not harassing anyone. And this is what $79,000 Andrew Reale did to me. And I was in jail for that concoction. And the reason why he did that to me is because he knows my identity because of his parking lot. This is Shannon Meyer's sick existence. Here's Steve Desmond of Brock Hollow Tree and Lawn Cares walked through the parking lot, got his phone in his hand. Here comes the guy in his tractor, the ZZ Top freak show with a long gray beard. They haven't been here for 7 years. They're here all the time, 6 o'clock in the morning. I come outside one day, stand around here, tell the guy in his tractor, no one owns that land, and walk back to my residence. $0 Michael Radler at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. How's that a crime? That's not a crime. That's because Shannon Meyer set me up. This is what this train wreck is doing. Do you know her? Fire her immediately. Or have someone fire her immediately. That the defendant, how am I defending on a piece of paper? I've demanded this over and over and over. How am I defending on a piece of paper? This delivers me to Monroe County Jail. That the defendant on the above date and location approximately 1440 hours did not only enter, remain unlawful upon the premises 2041 Penfield, New York, but walked through parkland after being told by certified mail by police he's not allowed on property. Is that right? They had the fireworks at Harris Whalen Park in 2018 and 2019. It's across from Wegmans on Penfield Road. I personally witnessed in a 15-minute period, 200 people walked through this parking lot after the fireworks. Before the fireworks, Penfield High School band students walked through this parking lot. What would life be like for your bald-headed, party-switching, criminal, corrupt boss, Todd Baxter, if he arrested a Penfield High School band student for walking through that parking lot? Because it's the accusatory instrument for me. Does a Penfield High School band student have a different constitutional and civil right than I do? What makes a Penfield High School band student walking through this parking lot any different than me? And the answer is, I have the same rights as a Penfield High School band student. I have the same rights as you. You can walk through this parking lot. Everybody in the district attorney's office can walk through this parking lot. You, Perry Douglas, can walk through this parking lot all day long. Nothing's going to happen to you. You won't be arrested. So you only take French because of Shannon Meyer. Oh, and Don Benedetto. So, on August 30th, your employee Don Benedetto was outside stalking me. I'm not exaggerating. He's waiting for me to come outside with 5 other your fanatics. 6 of you here. Don Benedetto, the $85,000 Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee, is outside 26 Sanders Farm Drive stalking me. I come outside to go to Wegmans. These trees, the residences over here, I walk along these residences. 2 Monroe County Sheriff's Office employees run toward me. I don't know if one of those 2 is Don Benedetto, but he was here. And I'm going to explain why, briefly. I see them running at me. I don't know what that is. I turn around and run alongside the rest and run up my back porch. One of these fanatics, degenerates, sociopaths, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office grabs my arm. I pull away. The hammer I just grabbed on the side of my residence that I used to fix my bike goes up. I run through the sliding glass door back into my residence. How's that a crime? That's a felony that they concocted for me. You're sick, disgusting, vile Jonestown, Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And he said I swung a hammer at him. Pay attention, Michael Radler. If I wanted to swing a hammer at anybody, I would connect because I'm coordinated. I've never swung a hammer at anybody. I've never engaged in violence in my life. If I swung a hammer at someone, I would connect and it would have cracked his head open. And then he would have been laying there right there on my back porch. What's his name? What are the names of these two employees? What's the name of the one that grabbed my arm? What's the name of the two that chased me? And what's the name of the five that were here? Don Benedetto was here. Because then, when I ran back into my residence, he banged on my door and he said his name. This is what you're doing. You're outside stalking me, waiting for me to come out of my residence, and then you can concoct a felony. So Don Benedetto was at the front door. I don't know if he was one of the two that ran from the bushes. But there were five of you here, because my neighbor said it was at least five. And then on the body cam footage my public defender showed me, they're outside stalking me, waiting for me. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office employees are stalking me. So, yeah, your boss paid money. Click on the link that I wrote about this. That's it right there. Your boss bought this camera, also called a surveillance device, and lied about it repeatedly. That is a surveillance device bought by Sheriff Todd K. Baxter. Sheriff Todd Baxter is the lunatic fringe. Michael Radler, $0 employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. My name is Christopher Chichester. I have never committed a crime.